Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Club Shirt. I hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas, and thank you for coming to my channel and watching these videos. I really appreciate you guys, and thank you also for subscribing and liking my channel and commenting as well. I have some Starlight Plecos I wanted you guys to see. They're more of close-ups than my last video, and I am surprised how they look very close. Usually I am seeing images from far away or videos from far away, but to have these kind of uh, close-up footages myself, I was quite impressed. And so I hope you guys can appreciate these close-up videos that I could get from these Starlight Plecos. They're also called Ancestress, and they're L183s, and initially I bought them from eBay. I bought 5 of them, and as I mentioned in another video, one of them died. Besides that, they have been growing. I've had them for about 2 to 3 months, and they're doing really well. I feed them daily. I usually feed them at night because during the days they like to come out, but they do get kind of skittish. So I feed them at night, especially Corydoras as well. They'll essentially munch through everything by the morning. Yeah, all the food that I'll give them, it'll be gone. And I have another, besides the 5 initially I bought another 5. They were more of babies than the first purchase that I've had. And all 5 of them, they're still thriving, and I separated them. Initially, I kept them together with my initial 5 Starlight Plecos, but I ended up separating them out to another breeder tank. Here's a quick video of my cat, Luna. She's my everything, and she will always be in my heart. Here is my orange Venezuela Corydoras. As I mentioned in another video, I wanted to show you guys in my 20-gallon breeder tank that I have. This breeder tank I have 8 orange Venezuela Corydoras. I have about 15 Dumbo Guppies red tails, and I also have some, as I mentioned, Starlight Plecos that are babies. I'd have to say they're about like 2-3 months old. So they're extremely skittish. They don't like to come out during the days, so you'll see them at night. I was able to get some good pictures or footage at nighttime, and these are some cool videos. Even for the Dumbo red tail guppies, man, they're gorgeous. I'm like mesmerized looking at my own videos, so I hope you guys can appreciate that as well. I feed these guys daily for sure, or twice a day. The guppies, they like to eat through everything. These girls and boys and gals, I raised them since they were young fry. And initially I bought 20 of them from eBay, but a few died along the way. I initially kept them in the 2x4 foot frag tank, and I realized the parts per million was way too high for their taste. So a few of them died along the way. I realized it was around 250 to 300 parts per million. And these guys, I realized they like a little bit of soft water, like 150 to 200 parts per million. So a few died, but the rest of them, they made it, and they're extremely hardy now. I also bought some, here's my lovely wife. She is opening up our laser Corydoras, CW010, if that is correct. We bought 9 of them from eBay again, and I tell you, eBay has sometimes you'll score some good stuff, especially from these good sellers. I bought 9, and they all made it. They were about $8 each, and I initially acclimated their temperature. They were very cold. They came from Indiana or Michigan somewhere, and so they were very cold, but they all made it. And I acclimated it to temperature of 73 Fahrenheit. And about a week or two later, look at these guys. They're just one so far. I mean, she or he, they're doing well. The rest of them are hiding. So I keep them around the pH of 6.5, and TDS is around 150. So they're doing good. Moving forward to my black Venezuela Cories. These guys, I have 8 of them, and they live with my uh the f- the original 5, now 4, since one of them died, in one of the 20-gallon breeders. So they're doing good. I've had them for about, I'd say, about a month and a half so far, and I don't think they're ready to breed yet, but I can definitely tell their growth. They're getting bigger, and soon I should be able to tell their sex. Usually females get bigger, and if any of you guys know a better way of telling, please let me know. I am learning as well. I This is again without my wife. I without my wife's approval, I could never do this hobby. Uh, yeah, this is a hobby of mine, and my wife and we fell in love with it initially. We were shrimp keeping, and we're still shrimp keeping. That's our main hobby, but we kind of ventured away amongst fishes and now catfishes, and I mean, we just fell in love with it. Yeah, we also have 2 kids, and one is 2 years old, and another one is about to be 4 months old. And yeah, they love what we do as well, in my opinion. Um, our daughters, they like to come in here every day, and well, we like to bring them in here every day, and they love it. Anyways, here are some of my um, like a wider view footage of the coexisting starlight plecos as well as the Corydoras. They they're very peaceful. Now I do see sometimes the starlights, they do kind of like fight with each other. I mean, I thought the Aquarium was kind of big enough, but they're kind of territorial, like many of you guys have mentioned. Moving forward to my shrimp, here is a 9.5-gallon tank, which I have Shadow Mozuras and Green Jades. Green Jades, these guys, I tell you what, they breed like absolute. They'll breed like rabbits. Nah, they breed like shrimp. They breed extremely prolifically. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't do anything. I just feed them daily. Actually, I feed them like once every few days. And these green jades, they just thrive. Here's some of the yellow neocaridinas. I apologize. This mama right here, I'd say she's a little bit experienced. I'd say she's carrying at least 30, 40 eggs. These yellow goldenbacks, they're doing good. They're extremely prolific as well, and they have adapted to my caridina water parameters in fluval stratum, which I am switching to ADA Amazonia version 2. I realized the only shrimp that thrive in fluval stratum is my orange eye blue tigers, as well as my yellow and green jades, among with shadow mozuras. But the black galaxies and the crystal reds I have, they just won't breed, and they die daily. I feel like, and they're very sensitive. I'm not sure if this is like due to genetics or from coming from overseas, perhaps, but I've had no luck. So I'm currently cycling AD Amazonia. I'm gonna let it cycle for about a month and then see if the ammonia level subsides. But this is my original 7.5-gallon tank that I initially bred Shadow Mozuras as well as Green Jades. I've had so many of them in here that I've ended up selling many, And I've also started making backup tanks in case this one fails, which I hope that it doesn't. But just in case. Here is my top view of our aquarium room. We have 3 rooms in our house, and this one is a dedicated room, as you can tell. And this is our 2 by 4 by foot frag tank, and I do have a chiller that I adjust temperature to induce breeding for the Corydoras. Here's some of my shallow UNS aquariums. They're about 5.5 gallons, as well as these two are 4.5 gallons. They're not UNS necessarily. The left two shallow ones are UNS, and then the middle aisle. These 4 aquariums are they're from Lyford. Very cheap. They're like $70 for a 9.5 gallon. Uh, Very high quality. And then you can tell, as you can see, I have two 20 gallon breeders on the bottom. This is a gladiator shelf, and I like it. I plan to buy another one. And moving forward, I'm actually using my drone. This is a DJI Mini 3 Pro. Man, these drones are amazing. I reckon everybody who likes, flying and taking better footage, I reckon you guys should try and get one. And yeah, thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk show. And I hope you guys have another great week and a happy new year. And I'll see you guys next year. Bye bye.